Alright, today we are going to be playing mission number 2, Sentinel. There's not as much at stake in this mission. Nothing's trying to kill us, and nothing can kill us. We're not going to die, so we have a lot of time to explore in this mission. And this conversation right here seems like kind of a throwaway, but it's actually going to come back on us later. So you should try to pay attention to what it says and try to store it away in that little place where you keep things for later, because we're actually going to be exploring the context of this conversation later on down the road. Why, Mr. Scott, I'm surprised at you not knowing the location of a place where you can get drunk. Aw, poor little Chekhov, the runt of the litter. Nobody believes you. No one would ever doubt you, Ensign. However, in this case, we are totally going to doubt you. God, hurting the ears. Alright. And now we talk to the supremely dumpy-looking Commander Gelman. Not so much. Oh, behind the times, are they? Okay. Oh, suddenly scanned, eh? Yes, Captain Kirk, that's what I just said. Well, seems like they are lying about being cavemen, perhaps, so we're gonna have to go down and bust some heads, right? We're pretty powerful scan, eh? Yikes. Okay. Well, alright, we are going to Balcos 3 now, and there's no spaceship battle for this mission, so we are just gonna get right on it. And Balcos 3 is this giant green star down here, so hit it, Sulu. Alright, we're approaching Balcos 3, but we don't seem to be getting anywhere near it. In this game, they don't just approach the planet for you. You have to actually push a key on the keyboard in order to do it. And that key is O, which will allow us to enter standard orbit and go in toward the planet for beaming down. Entering standard orbit. Would you like me to do the entire LP as George Takei, everybody? No, thanks. That'll be quite alright. So we're going to go down, and once again, it's going to be the standard Kirk, Spock, McCoy trio. Alright. Yes, Captain. So we're going to beam down, and this one's going to be plenty of fun, even though there's no real threat in our way or anything. Well, they could have just said hi, I guess. And I hate the slishy sound that those doors make. It's just like, not quite. Well, I can't guarantee a lack of physical change. We'll all have to get naked and check later, though. Yeah, we're okay. According to Spock. What about according to the doctor, who has all the medical equipment? Oh, Lord. Gentlemen, calm down. Now, one thing you want to do in here is you want to scan a lot of stuff. That's going to raise your score for this mission. You want to scan things like the lights, the patterns on the ground, and everything, because they actually have a lot of information to impart that sounds fairly useful. It shows a high degree of machining. You want to scan the star on the floor. Oh, imported. So the Balcosi are into Pier 1, are they? Oh, right. I guess I should listen to the guy who knows what he's talking about. And you want to scan essentially every machine you come across. That'll be a little harder when the force fields are up, but once we get those things down, we'll be able to get better scanner readings. Nothing unusual there. You don't see anything unusual about that giant, weird machine in the middle of the room. Oh yes, well, this is going to be a lot of fun, not knowing what anything is. And now to get out of here, we're going to have to use Spock. He seems to be the guy who knows how to work these little glowing eye touch panels here. And we're going to have to use Spock to get through doors for at least a little bit. That's going to be kind of aggravating. But That's just what we're going to have to do for a while. And you do have to get through them before they close up. The doors will only stay closed while power is on. So let's take the time to walk through them before they close up, because that can be kind of aggravating. I'm sure Spock doesn't want to spend all day opening doors. So we're going to have to find a way to get through those doors as well without having to rely on his abilities all the time. Scanning is especially important in this mission. What's up with this cone thingy up here? A distributive optic node. If you say so, Spock. Whatever. Okay, well, we absolutely cannot scan that one, so I guess we better get Spock here on that. Sometimes they look weird when they're far away and all pixelaty. The room we want to go to, however, is over here. We're going to get a lot of items in this room. They're just gonna chameleon, gonna be scattered out on the floor. See, there are at least 5 things we can pick up here. Actually, in all, there are 7 things we can pick up in this room, counting the things coming out of these 2 machines. So, let's go ahead and let's start picking stuff up. Spock, is that a switch? Alright. Yep, it's a switch, alright. And you can even scan the things before you pick them up if you so desire. Alright, it may be useful, so let's go ahead and pick it up then. I just asked you what the box is. That sounds useful as well. Uh-oh. Yep, if you're in this room long enough hanging out, then the communicators are going to go out. That's right, so it's basically just us here on the planet. Spock, what do you make of these cables? They're cables, Captain. Well, thank you so much for that advice. Spock, what kind of interface is this? It's an interface, Captain. Alright, sounds good. You should basically just pick up everything in this room. It's going to come in handy at some point in this mission. Uh-huh. It is a monitor, Spock. Call it what it is. Now you want to scan these things before they come out. Okay. And that's preventing you from scanning them. Why? Miniature broadcast circuitry. That sounds useful. Let's pick up some of this stuff. And let's see what Spock has to say about it. If placed under pressure, it will become a superconductor capable of storing significant energy compared to its size. Alright. Yeah, that sounds cool. And let's pick up some of these guys over here. A lot of stuff to be had in this room. And now we're going to, let's see. Alright. They can produce a small energy field. That's cool. Take enough for everybody. Souvenirs. Now this device over here is going to help us get out of rooms without having to use Spock. It's a badge maker, a little hopper type dealie. So we're going to scan that as well. A high pressure device for joining 2 objects. Sounds good. But what 2 objects do we want to join? Well, we want to get these 2 guys together right here. They're going to make badges for us. Let's go ahead and put some stuff in there. Why don't we? Alright. Sounds good. Well, I think it looks like a button maker. Oh god, they get along so well, don't they? And yes, that's another part of this mission, is that the atmosphere somehow makes everybody kind of testy toward each other. Don't know what it is, but everybody kind of gets an attitude in this mission. Alright, the badges are in the hopper, and now let's go ahead and combine that little battery thing with them. And now normally you'd have to wait, but if you use Kirk on the hopper, you know, it does look a little like a button maker. It'll speed things up significantly. So you're waiting for this little puff of smoke to come out. Sorry, Doctor. I farted. I think Spock created this small amount of outgassing. Woo! So now, as you see, we have a little combined object here. Thanks to the little thing from the hopper. But we still have to use Spock to get through this door, because these things don't have any energy yet. So we're going to use him one last time to help us out with the power interrupt. And we're going to go over here. Here is the device right here, this little guy right here that's going to help us get through doors and such. And it will also take down some of the force fields in the place as well once we have these badges powered up. Let's go ahead and actually, before we put the badges in it, let's go ahead and scan it. Alright, sounds good. Yeah, see? Now they're getting like name calling and yelling at each other and stuff. Oh, but Spock, ever good at sarcasm. It is a battery charger. Ouch! Oh, Spock with the sick burns today. Yeah, we might want to figure out why everybody's getting so testy with each other. That's also part of the mystery to be had in this mission. But when we put the badge in there, it'll charge the batteries. Hopefully the badges will help us with the force fields. So we're all going to have a little badge now. And some of the force fields will be down now. See, we have these badges. And just by virtue of being in our inventory, we'll be able to walk through doors now. Whereas we could not before. For example, the force field on this thingy is down. So we better figure out what's up with that. What is this thing, Spock? Okay, it appears to have control over other parts of the compound. So we need to hook a few items up to it. Let's see if Spock can figure out what it is, or if he can mess with it a little bit. I don't know why he has to walk back and forth so unnecessarily. The repair would be a simple matter given the right materials. There are essentially no controls or displays available at this time. Well, if there's no display available, then we ought to hook a monitor up to it, I do believe. And if you'll recall, he said that the cube that we picked up had some control functions. I was having trouble getting my cuz out. These functions cannot be accessed. Why are you asking Dr. McCoy, Spock? But we won't be exploring those other complexes. This is the one that we're worried about. No, keep going. There's one other repair that is possible. One device can be controlled from this console if its command circuit is replaced. Well, we did establish that the cube had control circuitry in it, so we're going to use it on this device. And then once it's all working, we're going to get Spock to shut down the force fields. Yes, we do want to shut down the force fields. But the attempt to turn off the force field triggers a computer activity. We're going to do a little puzzle solving, in other words. Yes, that's a good idea. Okay, your joke kind of sucked there, Kirk, but let's go ahead and play the computer's game. Now this is a simple counting exercise. You have to figure out what shape goes in the blank as defined by the pattern offered by these shapes. Or all these shapes. You have to figure out which of these shapes goes in the blank. So we're going to count the sides on each of these things. The circle counts as just one side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 sides total. And on this row there are also 12 sides total. 5 plus 4 plus 3 equals 12. So we have to figure out basically what will make 12. And that's going to be a diamond. You might not think that the diamond is the logical choice, but when you figure out the pattern, that each of the rows has 12 sides total among its 3 shapes, then you see that the diamond is the correct answer. We have chosen correctly. The force field has been dropped, and now we can go back and we can scan other things and get more accurate readouts on them. But we will go ahead and we will stand here for now in this safe little beginning room, and we'll get some tricorder readouts tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and we'll explore more of this scary, ominous little complex place. I'll see you guys then.